Happy Sunday, everybody! Wow, fantastic timing. I thought you were getting better. I think the little sticky pad I put on his feet is kind of wearing thin. Anyways, happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We are going to be taking a look at the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX Box, which is a whopping 4 packs inside. So, of course, you probably saw in the thumbnail. 4 is a little low, so we're gonna make it a 7. Again, probably one of the more lame decisions that they made with Destined Rivals. Of course, they've made a handful of lame decisions with this set. One of those decisions just happens to be put prominently on display here. See, like, it's cool that we have Giovanni being featured in this set, like you would expect there to be, but of course, they don't have any Jesse or James or any other really identifiable characters. But, you know, we do have Giovanni, which is cool. But we'll circle back to that, because next we have Team Rocket's Meowth, which you can see down here, owned by Giovanni. A little weird, though, right? Where it's saying that, you know, it's owned by Giovanni. Why isn't it Giovanni's Meowth? Like, I get they're doing the Team Rocket thing, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. But then we get to where it kind of starts the breakdown. Come on. Like, you could have called this one Giovanni's Mewtwo. You really could have. But no, we have Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. It's still cool, don't get me wrong. And I do think the Team Rocket Pokemon still makes sense to have, and I guess Giovanni is probably the most fitting character to have to represent Team Rocket. But I don't know, this one feels weird to me. Like, the Mewtwo one feels really weird, that it's Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX and not... I've talked about this before. Anyways, we have a code card. But then we have the big boy version. Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Promo number 205. Again, with these big cards, they're usually kind of lame to me, the standard EXs. It is neat, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot cooler on cards where it's hard to make out a lot of detail, and blowing it up allows you to make out more detail. This card doesn't really need that, but at least you can get a neat look inside of that erasure ball there. Or at Giovanni's little smirk. I don't know. I think it's so cool. But then they are continuing on with this, which makes me happy. These little fake Polaroid sticker things. We have Giovanni and Mewtwo. I don't know why they made the decision to start doing this. Wasn't the Iono one the first one? Like, it kind of makes sense with her. I think it would make more sense with Perrin, you know, being a literal photographer. But I don't know, I really do like these. I think these are really neat. I also think these are, like, kind of peak for getting signatures, right? Like, if you meet, like, Giovanni's voice actor, or Mewtwo's voice actor, or whatever, like, having them sign this would actually be pretty cool. If anything, it would be neat if they had like a fake signature on these, like they used to do with some of the other Pokemon cards that would come in sets, where they did like the character signature on the card, which was pretty neat. Here's one on screen as an example. I don't know. I'm just whining for the sake of whining at this point. But we do have inside a Destined Rivals, a Journey Together, another Destined Rivals, and a Paradox Rift, because I guess they needed 4 cards and they didn't feel like being generous and giving you 2 Journey Togethers. So let's go through this Paradox Rift, then we'll do Journey, and then we can do 5 straight packs of Destined Rivals, because I am throwing this guy in as well, which you definitely shouldn't look at the price tag on, because I definitely didn't overpay for it. There's a code card. Then we have our Wimpod, Elekid, the Tinkatuff, Trubbish, Silazar, still just a weird Pokemon. Toadskrull, Switherwing, Knuckly again, but this time different in both reverses. Then we have Frostblast EX. I don't know, it looks cool. I'm a fan of this green Frostblast card. I'm always a big fan of the Terra type cards where the typing is like a drastically different color. It's just interesting seeing, you know, our ice type here on the super green card. But one that I don't think I have yet, so I'm happy. Maybe I do, I don't know. Then we move on to Journey Together. I still love this set. I also love that the scalpers weren't super big on it. I mean, they were still big on it, don't get me wrong. But it was definitely a bit easier to get your hands on, which makes me happy, because there are just so many cards in this set to love. We have the Sentret, I dropped our Qfant. We have the Articuno, Postwick, the Cloth, Inns Purloin, Insiglif, and a Mamoswine EX. Come on, you couldn't just like a... You know, we had 2 Inns reverses in a row. Kind of like you know, just a little Inns Reshiram back here. Just a little Reshiram. Just a little Inns Reshiram back there. You know, it would have just been a nice little treat after those 2 reverses. Anyways, we are finally moving on to Destined Rivals, and this will be the rest of the video. We have a code card. Then we have Ethan's Cyndaquil, Team Rocket's Zubat. And see, like, look, they do generic grunts for the Zubat. Like, if you're gonna do Giovanni, call it Giovanni's, right? On that Meowth card. If you're gonna put Giovanni on there, call it Giovanni's Meowth. Like, If you want, this is already a precedent that's been set. Team Rocket, Grunt, Team Rocket. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe there's a gameplay reason. Like, the Team Rocket indicator would actually be needed. Team Rocket's Raticate. Whoops, okay. Cynthia's Power Weight. Team Rocket's Golbat. Whoops, okay, we have the Mudsdale. I'm just messing everything up. Marnie's Scraggy, Ethan's Adventure, and okay, we have one of the full art trainer owned here with the Arvin's Mobostiff EX. Again, I started to get really bored of the full art cards because it was all just like Pokemon with generic background and highlight Pokemon, bam, done, ship it. Like, featuring the trainer in the background just adds so much to me, and they do that like that color fade with it, so it kind of like the trainer kind of blends into the background, but then as it goes up, they start to stand out more and more. But that color isn't only used in that one spot, right? Like, you still have that same shade of yellow, or at least similar shades, around the other cards, so it's not like, you know, ugly. Like, it still blends in with the background. You don't have the color only being used in one spot. I'm a big fan of these. I've heard people say that they still just don't care for them. They're still just boring full arts to them. I don't entirely disagree. Like, they're not like anything super crazy, but God, if they aren't an improvement. And honestly, out of everything Scarlet and Violet, by far my favorite storyline, so I'm happy. Not a bad first pack from Destined Rivals. Again, we got a good number to go. So let's slide that out, and we have the Staryu, Team Rocket's Nidorino, and see, that one has Giovanni on it. Like, it's just, they just can't make up their minds. Kangaskhan, Team Rocket's Drowsy, Team Rocket's Great Ball. Of course, they have to have their own branded, you know, balls, why not? Team Rocket's Orbeetle, Rapidash, Cynthia's Roserade is a reverse, Meowth again is a reverse, and a Cynthia's Roserade Hollow. Well, that does it for the Mewtwo box, and I'd say it went pretty good. Like, for 4 packs, man, like, I mean, that's not bad at all. You got 2 EXs and a full art. Like, that's good odds. 3 out of 4, man. I'm happy with that one. Let's move on to our little blister. Okay, come on. You thought you could make it to the blister without an ad read. If you want to support the channel for free, then check out my Amazon link in the description down below. Once you click that, anything that you purchase on Amazon, rather it's what I linked you to or not, will help give me a kickback. There's no extra charge, so long as you're using the same device. You help support the channel while just buying what you were already going to be buying on Amazon that day anyways. But of course, you could always just pick up some sleeves, which is what that link leads you to. I unironically have been using those sleeves for years. I have thousands of cards in those. Anyways, let's go back to the video. So try to do a little bit of a peel here, which is always a pain for me. Hey, there we go. That worked pretty good. I separated them layers. So, of course, we have our promo card here, number 202. So only, like, what is it, like 3 behind the Mewtwo? I think it was like 205. Huh, not too bad. We have the Kangaskhan with a Cosmos Hollow effect going on. Then, of course, we have a code card and our 3 packs. Let's start off here with our Ho-Oh. Splice that one open and pull out our code card. Maybe we can get a similar pull rate here. Marnie's Impidimp, the Shroomish, Steven's Skarmory, Arvin's Toedscruel, Steven's Matang, Team Rocket's Petrel? I don't know how to say your name, buddy. Misty's Starmie. There is a art card of this that I really want to get. I think it's the Starmie, right? Starmie, I want to say so. It's one of my favorite Gen 1 mons. And we have a hollow Zamazenta. Man, I'm bad with some Pokemon names. Like Zamazenta, right? That's definitely not right. I don't know. Anyways, 2 packs to go. I am burning up. I always complain about this room getting super hot, but like lately it hasn't been a problem. Like this summer, it really hasn't been that bad. But man, it's hot in here today. We have the Electabuzz. Like my AC has been actually working pretty well this year. And like it's actually starting to cool down in my area right now. You think I wouldn't be like trying to avoid sweating to death in this room. That is an adorable Quilava card. I just want to point that out. They went overboard on his eyes there. Energy Recycler and Ethan's Mag Cargo. Maybe I should have just done the box. Maybe now our pull rate's gonna be terrible. That's 2 duds out of 3 packs. We still have 1 more shot. This one could have something crazy in it. We could get that Reshiram that the other pack was supposed to give us. Cynthia's Gabite, the Quilava again. It's an adorable card. I also love that Nidorina there. Misty's Psyduck, Porygon Z, Houndoom, looks really sick. Primeape, Citadel, and okay, we got something, and it's an EX I haven't pulled yet. we have the Team Rocket Small Trays EX. That's supposed to be like the Rocket admin, right? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the Rocket admin. Okay, 1 for 3, not awful. All right, let's get this video wrapped up before I sweat to death. I'm actually getting like real itchy now. I do that whenever I get hot. We have the bonus card of the day. Explanations will be right down there in that corner. And as always, we are playing a random card from the back and playing Guess the Year. No kind of sleeve of any kind, so whoever had this card did not value it, or they took the sleeve off before they sold it to the LGS. So we have a single dot of whitening down there, little one there as well. So the corners have a little bit, but very minor damage. For Guess the Year, this one is kind of up in the air. Like, if it's a super, super pristine card, I usually assume it's like 2024, 2025. But when it has like those little nicks, it's just hard to tell, because it could still be in that range, but it could also be a little bit older. So these are usually more of a toss-up. And to be fair, this whole segment is a toss-up. I have gotten it right a good number of times, though. Alright, I've just been sitting here in silence thinking. I also don't like to, skip that, so I'm going to do a little fast forward there. So, my bad. Anyways, I don't know. We're going to play it safe, 2024. No, let's do 2023. Let's go back one. I can explain the dots a bit more. And, oh my god, I got it. Now no one's really going to believe me. Because I just sat there doing nothing. I don't want to do a cut for that. 2023. Oh, I actually hit it. We have the Squovit chilling out on the couch. Just a fantastic looking card. Again, just another illustration rare that I didn't have yet, so that's all it usually takes from me. You know, we're going back to 2023. I'm definitely going to be more willing to pick up these cards as opposed to, waiting to pull them. We're getting a little bit older, a bit harder to find these packs out in the wild, and let's be honest, it's just a very nice looking card. Even if the Pokemon is kind of taking a back seat on the artwork here. Well, literally, he's taking a back seat. Get it? Because he's on a couch. Man, I'm so funny. Let's go to the even more funny version, the green screen man. Now, see, there are many different definitions of what comedy is, but in general, you're either laughing with or at something. Now, I couldn't think of a good joke for this outro, so instead I'm going to give you something to laugh at. Me. I genuinely thought this was a good game. So there, now you can laugh at my trash opinions. If you want to make it worse, I still think it's a good game. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that fun stuff. A massive shout out to my YouTube channel members. PokeHoarder J, Obsidian, Smokey of the Sun, Andrew B, Bod, Reed, Katie Huff 21, Lana C, Air, Kiss of Ember, Generips Pokemon, Lycan, Carr, Ava, Anthony, Reese, Billy Wilma, Obsidian Panther, and Ineffable. How does it feel to know that you're financially supporting a Fallout 76 enjoyer? Anyways, if you guys want to watch some more content, on this side I'm going to have a random video that I think you might like. On this side is going to be a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos if you feel like binging. And lastly, I have a Discord link above my head if you want to join in with the rest of the community. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye for now.